Welcome Zimbabwean viewers all over the world. I'm your host, Mnashe Makue, and welcome to the Showbiz segment where you get all the hottest entertainment news. Today on the show, we got Mitambo International Theatre Festival Assistant Coordinator, Michelle Dube, who is joining us today. Michelle, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I know me, I'm well. You're looking good today, you're glowing, eh?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm a person who's more of business. I'm gonna just jump straight into it. The festival is now on its second edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like people would want to come to know, how did this whole festival come to be in the first place?
Well, the Mitambo International Theatre Festival is the brainchild of the Zimbabwe Theatre Academy, which was started by Lloyd Nyikadzino, and it is sponsored mostly by Africalia and the Latte School of Physical Theatre in California. So, having started the Zimbabwe Theatre Academy in 2017, in order to promote theatre in Zimbabwe, he decided to do a festival that is strictly theatre-centered. Because with all the other festivals happening in Zimbabwe, there's Haifa, there's Intwasa, theatre is just a component. But the Mitambo International Theatre Festival is strictly theatre. Everything is for theatre, and it doesn't have any age restriction. There's theatre for infants, theatre for primary schools, theatre for tertiary, and theatre for the young at heart.
You said there's theatre for primary, tertiary, so like, is it possible for me to tune into theatre for the young ones so that I can enjoy myself, or I just love like a strict regulation of where I should like start?
You can go wherever you see fit.
No, that's okay, okay. This year's theme was Connect, right?
Yes.
Can you like further explain to us how this Connect theme was brought out, or how, basically just explain to us, is it a metaphor or is it just like literal how people are supposed to connect?
Well, we are trying to bring out maybe, let's say, a continuation, because last year's theme was Emerge, which was the coming out of the theatre and the promotion of theatre in Zimbabwe. So this year, since we've emerged last year, this year we are connecting. We are connecting with different cultures, different countries. And since with this whole pandemic going on, we decided to make it virtual so that it will be easier to connect as a whole globe.
It's funny that you mentioned the whole aspect of the pandemic, because last year, that was the beginning of the whole theatre, and it has come to an awake that it's now annual. It's an annual thing.
Yes.
So last year it went up for 5 days around summertime, but this year you're going for a good strong 3 weeks.
Yes.
Can you like explain why did it like expand to 3 weeks?
Well, looking at the fact that we're doing it online this year, we programmed it to have 3 weeks so that we'll be able to manage all 3 sections of theatre. For the first week, we had workshops where we had panelists from countries such as the United States, Switzerland, Russia, Nigeria, and South Africa. Then for this week, we're doing short and sweet theatre plays, which are mostly local, and most of the productions are by women and for women. So we are doing sort of like a Womandla thing, women empowerment. Then for the third week, we're doing long, full-length theatre plays that are going to be showing from international countries. Yeah, so we programmed it so that we could fit the workshops, the short plays, the full-length plays in a way that can assist or can give room for everything to be shown.
I like the aspect where you brought up the whole thing about short and sweet, but I had to ask, you brought up the aspect of women empowerment.
Yes.
And the whole aspect of you talking about the 3-week segment of the festivals. Where's the masculinity perspective in this one? Because I think these things should be gender equal.
We did balance the gender because in the workshops that we did last week, we had panelists that were males and others were females. And even in the Womandla theme, we also have some of the short plays being acted by some male prominent figures such as Anthony, and we have another production being done by Gideon Jeffwa-Vuta, who is a well-known theatre practitioner who studied at the University of Zimbabwe.
Okay. I like the way you're answering my questions. You have like this drive and inspiration in you. it just makes me also want to do theater as well. But anyway, further going on, the festival also seeks to make partnership like across the world, like create partnership. How far has those lengths been reached since the beginning of the festival last year?
I would say we've made quite a huge success, because last year we managed to engage the Minister of Youth, Sports, Arts and Recreation, and they are now one of our prominent partners for the festival. We also engaged the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education so that we could include some of the primary and high school dramas into the festival. We also have international partners such as the International Theatre Institute as one of our prominent partners. And as I've mentioned before, we have the Delate School of Physical Theatre from California as our partners. So we are trying by all means to engage both locally, regionally and internationally to have partners.
No, I see that you've gone like so many strengths and you've gone far. So I understand that this year's festival is running digitally, right?
Yes.
And it's the first time you guys have gone digital, if I'm not being mistaken. So how has that process been of like going from analog into the digital platform of like broadcasting your stuff through social media and all that?
Well,
drive me
going
through the process.
digitally, we have both successes and failures, because looking at last year, not only it being the first edition, the audience was not that high because it was our first time. But having this digital world going on, it has gone to our advantage, because now we can be able to stream it all over. And we've had some of the shows and the workshops that we've showcased so far, we've reached something like 2,000 views. So it's been to our advantage that not only having it at the venues that we had last year, such as the University of Zimbabwe and Reps Theatre and the Jason Pepolito Theatre, it limited us, because some people from South Africa would want to tap into the audience for theatre. Last year they did not have that advantage, but now since we're streaming on Facebook, on Instagram and other platforms, they can now tap in, because they can just view the plays and the workshops online.
Okay, that's nice. But isn't it like also a disadvantage for like in Zimbabwe, us data, it's a struggle for us to get data. So like you won't be able to get that much higher capacity of views that you're expecting to get in your home country, rather you'll be getting more support outside of the country. How does that like make you feel like support is coming from elsewhere, not rather within the house?
Well, we tried our best to curb that thing of data charges, the economic struggles in Zimbabwe, because we provided data to some of the University of Zimbabwe Theatre Arts Department students so that they could be able to watch.
Okay, that's nice. Do you guys think you can also like provide data for me, like so I can also watch this thing in the long run?
We'll talk after the festival.
No, it's okay. I understand. Okay, so in aspect of production of plays, through the whole pandemic that has befallen us, coronavirus, how did you guys manage to like coordinate your play schedules and like being tactical in order for you to come up with this festival in the first place, like this second edition?
I have to say it wasn't easy, because we started organizing or preparing for this festival soon after the first edition ended. So when the lockdown started in March and we had to close office, we had to find a way to make it happen. So we just started working online. We would have conference calls, WhatsApp video calls to make it happen. The director, Mr. Lloyd Nyikadzino, was the one on top of things, making calls, trying to get things together. It was difficult, but at the end we made it happen.
At the end you made it happen.
Yes.
That is a good aspect. I like your drive and your spirit. Thank you to Mr. Lloyd Nyikadzino for making it happen. I've seen one or two of their shows. You should go and check them out on Facebook. They're actually something, they're a wonder, believe me. So, this is from me, Mnashe Makue, signing out for today. Please, I hope you do enjoy your day, and if you do, visit our website for further information on the festival and go on their Facebook page. It's on what?
We have the Facebook page for the academy is Zimbabwe Theatre Academy, and for the festival it's Mitambo International Theatre Festival. You can also follow us on Instagram as well.
You heard it from the beautiful lady herself. So please do follow and just enjoy. Thank you.